now for their gold. They try to just burst them down with a Clint, or we just see the Clint ignore Natan, maybe? No, too much magic, yeah?
Probably a bit too much magic.
Yeah, Clint.
Indeed, man. Sheriff Clint is in town.
Yeah.
So it's strong laning phase, but in the mid to late game, Navi is gonna have issues, man. They gotta leverage all these strong laning picks to really get ahead in the early game. Because otherwise, this is basically a more annoying, a more difficult to deal with combo of the Granger Sicilian, right? Novaria and Granger, both with more damage in the long distance, with the Fredrin and the Novaria for the sustain, for the poking game as well. And Kalia can even heal everyone else, so there's crazy sustain and poke from Geek Fam. So Navi, they have to try and get ahead before the game revolves around the dance, the neutral objective dance.
All right, lineup rating actually favors Geek Fam. Let's see if they can get it done with this composition. A lot of skill shots in hand with the Granger and the Novaria. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive deep into the land of dawn. You can see the Garuda wings of MPL ID take us right here into our first match, first game with a new patch.
Geek Fam against Natus Vincere or Navi. Born to win, but still winless. Of course, they will try to look for the wins today.
Oh my god, that was brutal, man!
It's gonna be straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, the truth can't hurt. That's the
NBA.
thing.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
Straightforward. Well, X Magic and Cars now just going with a 2v2. Beloyski won't be able to do too much when it comes to trading there with the Florin. Looking at the emblems though, Bargain Hunter and the focusing mark for Beloy. So a bit of best of both worlds. No tankiness built in at all. He's going to be relying on the positioning. And in that sense, Maykits and Gobs are going to be the one on duty to try and scout out. But they have a boy on the Novaria as well to assist in that department. For everyone else, Rupture and Weapon Mastery for Shibe. So he wants to get some early game damage, but also wants to get full value from the items later on. Shibe though!
Oh, he's very, very low. Thankfully, still able to escape.
Wow, I mean, that just goes to show the laning that you have with a Florin. It doesn't matter if you poke like if you trade like a Clint. If you have someone always there to help you peel and to help you get HP, I guess you're fine.
The Go-Go Gadget health dispenser here from Beloyski. But also the Granger, man. In an all-in, the Granger just has so much more to say with the Rhapsody. Look at this though, Maykits.
Possible dive, Maykits still waiting for his time to pounce, but Kars is still there, just backing up and peeling for Sive, absorbing all the bullets.
You can see just how fast the clear is for Maykits.
Yeah.
That change of first skill, 50 to 100%, times 2ing his damage. I don't think you can last hit against this guy. Just look how fast he clears the jungle. Setting up for Turtle, Rashi, who has the advantage.
I think for sure it's got to be Geek Fam, but they have to get there on time. Navi already on it and already trying to rush it down. So trying to sneak it almost from under Geek Fam's noses. Wow. And they don't know. They're going to get it.
Free real estate for Navi. The total uncontested. You would expect the tank junglers to really get prio on the objective, but this time, it's a big no-no.
Man, for Navi, they're doing a great job using the lane presence yet again. But now Geek Fam, they're just trading. They're avoiding a lot of these dangerous trades in the early game. Navi has more urgency, but Geek Fam are the ones who are able to actually rotate faster and almost orchestrate a dive earlier. They didn't really go for it, but that shows that they could if they really wanted to. That's definitely a factor that's in the back of the minds of Navi.
Oh man, you can see the time prediction by our new application, Go Pay. Me and Naveen both went for Navi. Hey, Geek Fam though, they look like... Wow, that damage!
Energy Eruption as well as the Astral Echo reveals their positions. Gobs as well in the mid lane, chiming in, but no momentum to jump further forward.
Oh my goodness, that damage, the healing as well. The Geeks have been geeking. They saw the patch, they went full geek mode, they studied it. And Beloyski, man, understands something that Navi doesn't. This is so far a 400 gold lead without a neutral objective. This is back to the old trading game because the prio that they have in gold is too much. Shibe, the Clint's done. You need early game. Your scaling actually got nerfed.
Yep, Beloyski solo Kars will just charge forward. A boy and Maykits comes with the backup. Glorious pathway. Pop Maykits misses the taunt, but Washipal just again rhythmically jumping in the backline. But still, Navi unable to bring home anything into their pockets.
And this is where the Fair mispick really comes to haunt Navi, man. what can X-Magic do right here? He doesn't really win in the wave clear department against the Novaria. As you can see right there, that's what Novaria is notorious for. And he doesn't really win in the team fights as well, because Geek Fam are not looking for that one big moment where that NetherRealm is going to actually pay great dividends for Navi. X-Magic has to maybe just save it to save Shive, perhaps in the late game. Look at this though, Cars.
Wojcicki very low. Shiva as well, just brawling with Chadera. A boy pops the Astral Echo. Cars stuck in no man's land, and that is one dead horse. Chadera gets the first blood.
Horse got put down by the guns of Chadera. Hunter Strike already. Navi having pride over the neutral objectives, but this lead is going to snowball up so much, so fast. Chadera, he's on a roll already. He's got so much gold, and that's going to be a turret traded.
Chadera right now is 1,000 gold ahead compared to Shive on the Clint. So now with the turret going down as well, Geek Fam fully expect them to start pushing their advantage, man. With the fact that they have a Fredrin means that the stealing game is available right now to go into the jungle. And with a boy on the Novaria, like we mentioned, there's so many ways for them to sniff out where Navi is kind of trying to hold out. And look at this, dude. More of this coming soon from Geek Fam.
Let's take a look at this fact. Why a new application GoPay. This marks Florent's debut in Season 15 after the hero was last used in Season 13 when Beloyski used her against Onyx in a loss. Make it!
Oh, Car so low. Make it jumps forward, but BQ Shy is there to back up with one push towards the turret. BQ Shy against popping to the backline. Paul wants to come in, but no time to do just that.
No one is dying. Everybody's healing back up so much. X-Magic didn't even need to use NetherRealm.
And again, that kind of shows that he has no idea when it's going to be beneficial to pop that NetherRealm at all. It's so confusing for Navi right now. And they're getting an advantage of being able to kind of match the sustain because they have cards with the Glorious Pathway and the Revitalize. But as Geek Fam gets more items, that lead is gonna go away.
What is that damage?
Beloyski's got to watch his positioning though. That's the one way that Navi can kind of win out in the composition against Geek Fam.
Hey man, Beloyski is a war crime general. The sheriff does added bonus, it seems, to Outlaws.
They're here to deal damage. And one point again is X-Magic. He has the glowing one already. It means he can rotate and join in the fights to give that extra, healing reduction towards Geek Fam.
Yeah, he can go for the healing reduction, but Geek Fam also won't be allowing any big fights to happen. Right? They have so much disengage built in already, and it's all about poke at this point. And soon, again, Geek Fam now are actually trying to rotate and be in the neutral objective zone faster. Watch for Gobs, man. Makeits probably will be focusing on the neutral objective. Gobs is going to be the one trying to go and find some kind of engage.
Laning phase is over. It's time for a fight. Only one kill in the past 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Shivet.
Very low, popped and poked. A rumble in the jungle goes to a halt. The Astral Echo connects, and X-Magic has to run with the Shadow Stampede, but no damage just yet. And a boy comes from downtown, snipes him away as the turtle is opened wide for Geek Fam. Navi still wanting to just challenge this. The Glorious Pathway popped, and who wins the turtle trade? It is going to be into the hands of Geek Fam, but the fight continues. The Tsunami Slam comes in. BQ Shy jumps in with the Demonic Pursuit, but no one dead just yet. Chadera will come in. BQ Shy gone. Paul, where he is, there he is, and Beloyski will just try to be eaten from the inside, but it is going to be a prolonged fight. Navi also deliver, but no. One dead just yet from Geek Fam.
Hey, call that a three-pointer for a boy. Shooting BQ Shy down from half court. Wow, Geek Fam, they just can't die, Arashi. Too much sustain.
That's a problem, and that fight had the glowing one factor in there. X-Magic rushing that item, knowing that there's so much sustain built in. But for Geek Fam, it's not a concern. As long as we can keep the fight from devolving into a full-on fight, we're gonna get advantages. Which is why a boy didn't go for the glowing wand. He went straight for the lightning truncheon. And now, it works differently, right? It kind of sends a bolt of lightning through the whole team. So, in this kind of composition, right, especially when Navi are kind of trying to stick together to try and have BQ Shy or Cars to tank some of that, some of those astral spheres, it's still gonna do a lot of damage to everyone.
Revealed and poked. As Navi, they only have Cars and BQ Shy probably to just peel for the team because they, Geek Fam rather, they have the poke to just cut them, play front to back like you said, and that is where Granger is actually still viable.
The Granger with the Novaria, right? The
Yep.
combination that we can see there. And even without the vision of the ult, you really, I mean, you were expecting damage anyways,
Astral
right?
Echo
The
as
vision
well.
is just there. You already have the Astral Echo. Even though Makis is 2 levels down, there's not much Navi can do. We're back to Ube.
Just sieging down as Make It stunts BQ Shy, locks him in place. But here comes Chadera getting the kill. The killing spree for him as well. X-Magic is gone. Washi Paul having to run for the hills as Cars just left without his teammates. Being poked down as well. Geek Fam again coming out on top as we hear the sirens and the bells of NBAs here in the MPL arena.
Oh my goodness, Navi. They don't know what to do against this. This is something out of the ordinary for them. They didn't encounter this in scrims.
They're clueless. Here comes the glorious pathway. The Lord and Kadera will be the one to secure it, as now they will fight in the mid lane, the Netherrealm as well. Pop and Washipo gets Beloyski, but here might be just the Navi, what Navi needs for the momentum that they have. Kids is gone as Sive will get the kill as well. A boy bites back. It's a 2-for-1 trade as Navi comes out on top, but they lose the Lord.
Respectable fight there by Navi, man. They understand that Cars cannot go for some of these big plays, but look at this, Gobs.
Stops again, so susceptible. Tsunami slam towards the grenade as Sive will get 2 kills. Will this be the turnaround for the Clint?
Yeehaw! Shive! Sheriff Shive is in town. 2-0 in that team fight. They were 0 kills on the board. They were able to get those big fights, turning it around, and now it's not fully turned around. Geek Fam got the Lord. But we're seeing that mid-game power spike, that endless battle that he got is really playing a big part into why they're able to finally shred through Geek Fam.
Also, BQ Shy there went for the big engage because he knows it's up to him, man. Cars can't really make the plays happen, so he dove in the back there and was able to actually catch Beloyski. But now it happened once, Geek Fam are going to be a lot more careful. But look at the Washer Paul!
Washer Paul from the back. Beloyski assassinated, not just yet. The energy eruption puts him in place as Chadera again with the mega kill. Cars just chased down and poked down as well. The Sky Piercer doing God's work for Chadera. As Geek Fam back to square one. Another siege reloaded for them.
Man, that was crazy, dude. It's a perfect flank from Washer Paul. Geek Fam weren't ready for it. They just brute forced it using sustain. The moment Beloyski popped the ultimate and Make It just stops everything in its tracks. Look at this magic.
The crystal is in their eyes. And Navi, they might just lose here. Chadera gets the monster kill, but no. Geek Fam will pull back. Retreat, retreat, retreat.
They can still defend. They can still defend. Navi are still in it. But for how long? It looks like they're delaying the inevitable. Geek Fam with another siege.
Astral Echo, glorious pathway as well for the lane to just be broken into. Godlike for Kadera. He is insane with the Granger. It feels like Granger never got nerfed as Geek Fam doing heavy work with this poke front to back composition.
On the contrary, with this composition, it's a buff. Front to back, you don't need those dashes. What you need is damage.
And damage is definitely in the pockets of Geek Fam. Now, Navi were able to sacrifice X-Magic to delay the game even longer, but Geek Fam, they're sticking around, man. They're just taking pot shots.
Magic just looking to cast his wand to create some magic. Astral Echo again, so much vextious for Navi. All they can do is just hold for dear life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this new style of MLBB, just with a few changes, actually, quite a lot of changes. Florence back, Arashi, 9-3, and now they can play it super slow. But my question is, do Navi have an angle to come back?
I feel like they don't really have a lot of big playmaking tools available. Like we mentioned earlier, the only way they kind of get something of real value is if they send Washer Paul along with BQ Shy to make something happen in the back line, right? They got to get their hands on Chadera or Beloyski, and that's through the healing, by the way, that you cannot reduce because the Florian's ultimate removes that healing reduction anyways. Geek Fam making a play for it. Navi, might be now or never.
They need a Hail Mary play, but BQ Shy is just gone, eaten in time. And Chadera again with the double kill. The Lord so low, no one can save it. But Netherrealm will just stop them in place. X-Magic got it, it's a maniac for Chadera, the Gold Digger from the hood.
That's gonna be his MVP for sure. 5 members strong. They're looking to end the game. It's only Sheriff Shiva.
Yes, to arrest these rascals and these rebels. But the Geek Fam players, they know nothing of the law. All they want is the win, and the crystal in their eyes gone as Geek Fam secures game number 1.
13 minutes and 40 seconds, this new style of MLBB. Beloyski has crafted yet another new style there. Chadera with an amazing performance, a maniac in game 1. Man, Arashi, was that all the composition? Was the Granger really nerfed? We got so many questions out in the air.
It has to be the composition, man. The game plan